Welcome to another episode of Star Citizen, and this is going to be episode 3 of my series on the basics of dogfighting. This episode, I want to. Hello, there's a person in our cockpit behind the other hornet. That's a bug currently. But today I'm going to be talking about basically the circle, I call it the circle of engagement, and that's the distance that you should be firing and fighting a target. So a lot of people will start firing when they're really too far away from their target. Like even now, my weapons say that they are well within range. I believe the range is about 2,000, but I try to never fire on a target until I'm within 1,000. So here is a good example of that. Hello. And the reason for this is if you do this, then you can actually pick and choose where you're going to hit the target. So I can see his tail's damage, so I could just take that off if I wanted to. But yeah, with this, if you get within this range, then you can actually start to be able to hit your target. And sorry, I am doing this live, so it is going to be a little hard for me to talk over this at some points. I'm focusing. So yeah, you see, I'm maintaining my distance with the target, and some targets you can always use Afterburner, which is a double tap shift on mouse and keyboard to catch up to your target. And then when I start to overtake my target, I actually will backpedal. So I'll start strafing in the opposite direction to make sure I don't overtake them too much, and I try to stay looping them. So what this will do, so you always want to basically be, you never want to be aiming at the box that is around your target. You want to be aiming at the actual ship, like that. So you see I lined that up right on his center chassis, and was able to kill him in one shot because I got a really good hit in there. And that's because I'm actually within a range that I can see the target and see the actual ship and not just the orange box. So you always want to be aiming really close. Okay, so someone was shooting at me. But yeah, basically you always want to be really close in there, really engaging at a appropriate range so that you can get good hits in there and get a kill so that you're not wasting power or ammo. I'll just fly out a few more times to demonstrate this, and then I think that's basically it for this video. Put all my guns on one thing. I'll talk about my settings in a future video. So I'm going to afterburn out to this guy to get within proper range. And if you haven't seen my episode 2, I talked about how to bind a backward strafe so that when you're dogfighting, you can switch directions and maintain your distance a little better. So you see, I'm still not close enough. That's about the distance I want to be right there. So now he's switching the other way. I'm going to start strafing the other way. Throttle down, throttling up. Just stay with him. I'm still within range. I'm just not lined up on him, so I'm not going to fire. Now I can fire. Go, stay within range. So I'm not really engaging this target here. He's not engaging me, so this is actually pretty good for demonstration, just so you can see how close you want to be. There is one guy who is actually engaging me, so I'm going to go ahead and engage him. I'm going to strafe backwards, because I do want to keep a little bit more distance from this guy right now. This way you can control the engagement better and really decide when you want to attack him. So he's going to blow through. I'm actually going to start turning before I get to him so that he will pass me. Didn't turn enough that time. So you see that was a shot that I took that I should not have taken. He was too far away. And although sometimes you will have your crosshairs lined up, but if you're too far away or if the target is accelerating, which I will again talk about in a future video, then you might not hit them. So you want to make sure every shot counts, especially when you're using heavy hitting weapons like I am. A lot of you will be using repeaters like this guy, in which case you don't actually have to hit every single shot, but it's always good to maximize how many shots you're getting. So I'm going to try to get closer here. He's still too far away from me to where I would like him to be, so I'm going to come up in here. Someone is engaging me. So in the current state of the game, this is another important thing, which is just kind of a side note. In the current state of the game, there isn't really a notification or a feedback mechanism for if someone is hitting you. So it gets really kind of annoying if someone's shooting you from the back because you don't know that your shields are going down without actually looking at your shields. Okay, so I boosted out of the way of those missiles, and I'm trying to use flares, and there you go. So you see I was really close, made sure all 5 of those shots that I fired hit him, and that's very powerful when you're using the weapons I'm using. Yeah, that's another thing, is if you're not using all gimbaled weapons, then your weapons will not all be firing at the exact same point, and so you really want to get close so that you can make sure every shot hits, because I'm firing 5 projectiles, but it's possible only one of them hit the target shot. So I want to make sure you're really nice and close. Just that shot there. There we go. Yeah, so I just joined this match, so I didn't get a full game in here, but I think that's fine for this. This is a pretty brief concept. Spacing your target could actually be covered a lot more in depth, and I will continue to go over that in some future episodes, but this is just kind of an introduction to how close you want to be to your target and managing your distance. And in this, I am kind of just going after whoever's around, so not necessarily a fair fight, but that's okay. This guy is pretty good. I do know this guy. Or I've seen him around. So I'm way too far away now. I want to be within probably about 750, actually. Okay, I'm going to boost backwards so that I can keep him in front of me. Right, like that. He's gone pretty far out, so close in there. We're running out of time. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't think I was doing that well. Well, there you go, guys. I joined with 13 minutes of the match already passed, and just by keeping my distance using really heavy hitting weapons and actually hitting my target on the center mass, I was able to win this match, despite some people probably being here for 20 minutes. I was only here for 7. So there you go, guys. Stay with those tips, and yeah, so at this point, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm NINTHSKULL, and I will see you in the next video on the basics, which will be coming right up.